I'm sitting down to record the first episode of this save since my return from Budapest. Well, when I was away, we had a 7-point lead at the top of the league. Now it's just 3, and we recently got beat 4-0 by today's Scottish Cup 4th round opponents, Celtic. I am not looking forward to this one bit. To be fair, the last thing you did see was a horrendous 5-1 defeat to Falkirk. We did bounce back immediately by spanking St Johnstone for 6, still conceding 1. We can't keep clean sheets, but it's okay when you score 6. However, in the next game, we drew 3-3. Phil O'Donnell scored a double for Motherwell, and to be honest, we were probably lucky to come away with a point from that game. Up next was Celtic at Pittodrie in front of a very, very packed crowd. Jerry Creaney scored 4 goals against us, and they beat us 4-0. And we've got to play them in the first round that we're in the Scottish Cup today. And that's the only game we're going to be focusing on, because it's very, very important. I feel like it's been heightened now after that defeat. I said I wanted to win the treble. We got knocked out at the semi-final stage in the League Cup, and our chances of winning the league are slimming. So we're focusing on the Scottish Cup today. We've also played Dundee. We won 2-1. It wasn't particularly convincing either, but we have done some transfer business between then and now. Jean-Christophe Marquette has come in the door, as you all knew was going to happen. Signed him on loan, thought he would be in quicker than he was, couldn't come through until January. Welcome, Jean, another not good enough left back to compete with Paul McLaughlin. Just what we want.
Bullshit.
Likewise on that left will be Dirk Wolf, who actually looks not too bad, but the fact he's a winger and he only has 8 crossing, that's not filling me with confidence. He was also signed on loan, yes, very good. Eintracht Frankfurt, of course, currently in the Europa League final. Let's hope they can all do us a favour, despite how my jacket looks. We're playing Celtic, it's an Aberdeen one. Does that make sense now? Okay. Welcome, Dirk. He won't play much. And another loan signing that has come in is this fella, Preki, not his real name. He's from America, Predrag Radoslav. Yeah, I can see why they call him Preki. He is going to play in that number 10 role, and you will see why shortly. Technically, very, very good. Physically, maybe not so much, but in terms of his vision, his passing, his ability to hit the ball from range, and his dribbling, decent finishing too. It's another option, and you'll see why in just a moment, why I've brought him in on loan from Everton. It's expensive. I've got further explaining to do. Jacques Songo has also come in. He will compete with Theo Schnelders for that goalkeeping spot. Arguably, maybe better than Schnelders, but I think right now he's been on international duty. He is still on international duty, so congratulations, Theo Schnelders. You keep your spot for now. We paid 60 grand for him from Le Mans, 80 grand rather. Kept 9 clean sheets for them. Decent. Look at him. Well-rounded. Thank you. Welcome, Jacques. As well as those ins, there has been some outs. Andy Gibson gone to Queen's Park. Not good enough to play for us. We got 7k for him. Thank you. He's played 4 games there, not scored in League 1. That tells you how good he was. Bobby Connor, however, has left the club. He has joined Portsmouth for 130k. Got him off the wage bill. Had too many centre mids. He was one of the worst ones. To be fair, fairly decent in terms of, you know, he could be a very good box-to-box midfielder if he could run. Essentially, is what I'm trying to say here. But not going to get in our side. Thank you, Bobby, for your services. And fellow central midfielder Paul Kane has been sold to Wolverhampton Wanderers, who are in the English First Division. Not got off to a great start for them, but only featured 9 times in the first half of the season for ourselves, following his arrival from Oldham not too long ago. Again, relatively decent, but, you know, with that good tackling, the good passing, then his positioning and then the marking lets him down. His pace lets him down. Acceleration poor. We had many centre mids, 1.1 million, a very good deal. However, that might not be the final of the outs. We've got a bid, we've accepted it, 3.5 million for Mixu Patalainen. I don't know whether to let him go just now. He's scored 6 goals, got 8 assists in 19 appearances. He's not started too many games for us though, and he is pretty well-rounded. The few things that do let him down, being a striker, 13 finishing is one of them, 10 composure, and I was trying to bring in a big target man, Pierre Van Hooijdonk was the man I was trying to bring in fact, chose Feyenoord over us. Let me know what you would do. 3.5 million is a lot of money, but I've had a look around and I don't know who we could get in to replace him. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But on to this important game against Celtic. We've switched things up a little bit. Theo Schneider's stays in goal, but he's now on the sweeper keeper role because our centre backs pretty slow. They've been getting behind us quite a lot lately. Osman still in for the injured Alex McLeish. Brian Irvin partnering him. Wright and McKimmie the fullbacks. We've got Tinted in an anchorman role now. Hopefully that will protect us a little bit more than the deep lying playmaker. Just sit there, do the job, Tinted. He is pretty well rounded and well suited to the role. There you are. I hope you took that in. Richardson moves forward to be that box-to-box player. He has got all the energy in the world and hopefully that will pay off. Ian Jess, I want him to get forward and attack, but late supportive runs, and he will maybe make things happen. Then you've got the slightly more creative, maybe less explosive Preki in behind, Duncan Shearer and Scott Booth. That's how the bench looks. I'm still not too happy with it. There's maybe still some deadwood we need to get rid of. Let me know what you think about that mix with Patalainen as well. Now, let's see how this goes. Things need to be improved massively. I want to have a look at the Celtic side, and I'm not confident about it at all. Preki will wear the number 16 shirt. Why not? And this is going to be terrifying. If Charlie Nicholas is playing and Creaney, then it could be very, very tough for us. They both are, as well as Frank McAvenny, Paul McStay, Rudy Vata, very, very good against us. Tony Mowbray, Mark McInally, Pat Bonner in goals. Oh, God. I was worried about Rangers in this series. I was, and now Celtic have come storming up against us and started causing us a lot of problems. That's how the Celtic side shape up, relatively similar to us. Let's hope we can make the most of things. As the teams come out, we are playing on extended highlights since it is one game. It's an important one in the Scottish Cup, and also I am not confident in any way that we're going to win it, so I want to watch as much of it as possible. And we're in behind already. Good save, Pat Bonner. That was delayed. I was too busy looking at you lovely lot back there. Tinted with the corner. Let's see if we can make anything happen from this. Headed clear to no avail, unfortunately. A relatively bright start for ourselves here. Celtic not having a shot yet, and we are, of course, dominating the ball too. Stephen Wright combining with Tinted as the ball goes in towards the back post, Duncan Shearer, and it's prodded home by who else other than that man, Scott Booth. He has been absolutely excellent for us, and once again coming up with the goods. Just 15 minutes into this game, we have started far, far better than we did in that league game against Celtic. He couldn't miss. Duncan Shearer, Patalainen, maybe could. Sorry. Mowbray on the ball into another name I'm not going to attempt to say. As Boyd comes forward, the Celtic left back. We've got men high in them. I want to see how this tactic works against them. It's pretty different, although the shape is relatively the same to how we played at Pataudry in the league game, as Schnelders holds that well. I forgot to mention a couple of tactical tweaks as well. We are now playing on the cautious mentality. I've dropped the defence a little bit deeper as Osman has fouled Charlie Nicholas. We had men recovering there. That is an absolute joke. I can't believe he's been sent off for that. And I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it at all. I think Duncan Shearer's the man we might have to sacrifice. Roy Aitken coming on against his former club. Oh, for the love of God, that's not good. He can't run, neither can Irvin, so there's no point having him on the cover duty. Let's see how this goes. I'm maybe going to take the tempo down a little bit and the directness to keep the ball a little bit better and see if we can look after things. That is not great at all. Fulton with the free kick puts in. McStay heads over. An early warning sign perhaps from Celtic after that red card. I'm a little bit nervous. Richardson with the throw. We've got another man off the park standing on the sideline. I'm not quite sure who it is. I think that's Scott Booth, in fact. So we have no striker on the park as things stand. Charlie Nicholas causing us problems. I did mention in pre-game. This is not great at all. Bald Fulton into Paul McStay as Celtic are just working it rather nicely out on that right-hand side now. McInally looking for Creaney, and he's headed over. Too close for comfort. But here is Stuart McKimmie bombing down that left-hand side. Good tackle from McInally. Charlie Nicholas dropping very deep to support his teammates there, but the ball is long and cut out by... Oh, no! When you're down to 10 men, that is not the type of goal you want to give away against a team as good as Celtic, against a man who's just scored 4 goals against us. What was the point? Why was he doing that? Why did he not look? Open your eyes. Just as well we've signed a new goalkeeper, Theo Snelders. I brought Songo in to increase competition, to push you to do better. What the fuck was that? Jesus H. Christ. We're heading towards half-time. No further highlights, and I am happy with that, given what's just happened. Down to 10 men in a game we really need to win, and we are giving away goals like that. I'm going to tell them that I have faith in them to sort of go out and prove that they can be the difference. I don't know how much of that they will believe, and I don't know if there's anything we should maybe change in the middle of the park. Should we swap them round and see how that goes? I think we will. Give it a chance, why not? Maybe confuse Celtic, if nothing else. After we, lured them into a false sense of security, maybe they had lured me into a false sense of security after that 4-0 scudding and what is happening now. Brian Irvine pumping it long for absolutely no reason when he could have played it straight to Stephen Wright at right back. So, another thing we will change. Play out of defence as well. So, there was no need for that whatsoever. Don't know why. The instructions weren't there for him to go too direct, but McKimmie cutting that out. I don't mind that booting it along so much, but Celtic are just going to come straight back at us, and we are going to be up against it this second half. If we can get through this, it's a bit of a miracle. Paul McStay into Frank McAvenny. Oh dear, they've got such a good front three, and it's pretty terrifying. Charlie Nicholas in behind. Schnelders, great save that time. Wasn't convinced, in all honesty, by the way he dived, but thank you, Matt Genge, for that. Fulton put it in the corner. McStay heading over again. It's only a matter of time for him, really, isn't it? And I am not happy whatsoever. McInally with the throw-in. Nearly an hour played, 10 cats, not yet clear. I don't know what to do. I think we need to change things, whether we concede here or not. McInally, ball in. Craney, great block there. I think from Brian Irvine, maybe from Aitken. Oh, and Booth just didn't do enough to hold that up. On a good foul from Preki, it has to be said. An hour played, still even somehow. A few tactical tweaks. We're on a more balanced mentality now. Scott Booth changing to a pressing forward. I'm going to trigger the press a lot more now. And we're pushing Ian Jess up as a straddle striker to get in and support Booth a little bit more, as well as Preki on an advanced playmaker role too. We're trying to make things happen a bit more direct as well. Just get straight at Celtic and see if we can unsettle them, cause them some more problems. 25 minutes to go. We've still got a couple of changes left to make. I'll save them a tiny bit longer, but right now, the fact we're still in it, I'm quite content so far. Maybe with about 10 minutes to go, we might look to bring on Pata Line in, someone to hold up the ball a little bit more for us, get us higher up the park. But we have the ball, and are we going to create a chance? Preki into Tenkat as we are slowly working it. Aitken finding McKimmie high up that left-hand side like we like him. Ian Jess, he's got Booth there in support. He finds him. Scott Booth, it's the post. I think Pat Bonner perhaps got a hand to that to tip it onto the post there, and that was possibly the chance. I'm going to fire them a little bit of praise. We've got a corner. Theo Tenkat putting it in. Brian Irvine didn't get there, and Celtic looking to counter-attack now. But Stephen Wright nicks in there. Preki, he holds up the ball rather well as we look to create yet another chance. That was maybe it from Booth, I fear. But we're still on the ball, and it's nice and composed. I'm enjoying this much more than Theo Snelder's antics earlier. Maybe I've spoken too soon. McKimmie into Richardson. He's got time. And it's just, oh no, this is not good. This is where it's going to go wrong. Yep, boots it long to nobody, and they have headed it back. To be fair, would have rather he done that in the first half for Celtic's goal. But there, perhaps, could have worked it a little bit better. He's basically just not listening to me, so that's nice. Oh no, he's listening to me now if I told him to go direct. And that one is my fault. Is it going to be ruled offside? Yes, it is. Thank the fucking Lord for that one. It must have... Ooh, just a touch. He moved a little bit too early. I think Roy Aitken just just playing him offside. So that is fantastic news. Scott Booth having a good game. Lee Richardson not, though. Ooh, I don't know what to do. Ian Jess is going to drop back. We're changing things up again tactically. They're going to have absolutely no clue what is going on. Scott Booth is going to be cut off that left-hand side as an inside forward. That'll confuse them. Confusing me anyway. And Mixu Patalainen up there to hold up the ball. Can make something happen for us in maybe his last game. Let's see. 5 minutes to go. Oh no, a Celtic set piece. Fulton over it once again on that left-hand side. Looking for Tony Mowbray. And he has found the back of the net. Oh, piss. I mean, it was a great ball, and Mowbray got there ahead of, who is it? Stephen Wright, not the tallest player in there. And they have another set piece. We're not going to have time to change things. Tony Mowbray again. This time hitting the bar. React. Get out of there. Gee whiz. I'm going to have to Jimmy Calder about it, haven't I? Couldn't even say his name. Jesus, I'm having a meltdown. We're on to an attacking mentality. We're shoving the players far up the pitch to press. Oh, God. We're counter-pressing when we lose the ball now. The tempo is still high. It's still more direct. However, that is what we are doing. Take it in. You alright with it? Well, it's our only option. Theo Schneider is going to be on our attack duty as well, for God's sake. Why not? We need to go for it. We have one more change. Maybe Preki being in there's not the best idea. Okay, Paul Mason. He can't shoot for Toffee, but he is going on. Not long to go now. We need to make something happen. I'm going to demand more of them as well to fire them up. 5 minutes to go. Are we going to see anything at all? No, we are not. All of those changes for nothing. Celtic have knocked us out of the Scottish Cup. We are out of both cup competitions. Before we did in real life, so this is a failure. Unless we actually go on to win the league now, then we will have actually won something instead of finishing runners-up in everything, and I will take that as a victory. Besides, we'd have only got knocked out by Dundee United in the next round. Oh, for God's sake. This is how the league table looks. It's not pretty. It's not pretty right now at all. 10 games left before the split. I am an utter fraud. An utter fraud. Oh my. We'll be back in the next episode following the transfer window with Rangers. That game's even bigger now. Hearts still got very capable players despite sitting 7th. Oh God, I thought I was being really clever manipulating Celtic. I am an idiot. If you enjoyed my meltdown, please do leave a like on the video. I'm sure there's going to be more of this, so please do subscribe as well to make sure you don't miss out on that. Ding the notification bell too. Thanks very much. Take care. Oh, you're going to enjoy that one at home, aren't you? Brilliant. Rewriting history. Making it fucking worse. Imagine if Doctor Who time travelled to just make things worse in the past. That's what I've done there, haven't I? More like Doctor Pooh. Just make everything more shit.